So we are now in heat 9. So the next heat which goes out, we move up another 36 people, you see.
Yeah.
10, 11 and 12. So there's still been some quite interesting names in this one. But that's probably enough for Camden. Just drop back one to the yellow car. That's car 2 of Hendrik Lainemäe from Estonia. It doesn't sound particularly Estonian name. Not that I'm an expert on Estonian names, but, you know.
Maybe he's just representing Estonia.
Represent. Well, of course, Mao was supposed to be. I've not seen Mao. He's not here, is he? He was supposed to be here. He had a Monegasque entry somehow.
I think he got sick last minute.
Really?
So he's not here.
So many things he could catch.
Yeah.
So going to that now.
So Mao was unfortunately, shout out to Mao. Thank you for sending me the decals, Mao. I greatly appreciate it. See you in October, Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach, event 4 RCGP. Yeah, we've got RCGP Supremo. David Isherwood arriving tonight, I think.
Yeah, it's good. I'm glad.
And not staying in our hotel, thankfully, because he would not be impressed. I managed to get this completely wrong by accident. We're staying in a place that's got a 9.9 Booking.com rating.
Really?
Out of 10.
And it's just not good?
It's okay. It's very, very different in strange ways. The biggest problem is the town we're in is redefines dead. Or redefines, actually no, it's not. It is incredibly Spanish. So you have no restaurants, you have a bar culture. We just go and getting food is virtually impossible.
Well, I have to admit, I let Greg Degani pick the hotel.
Don't just say how good your hotel is. If you say how good your hotel is, I will literally turn your microphone off.
And we're basically on a golf resort.
Okay. Well,
we have a breakfast buffet in the morning. Breakfast buffet in the morning. The bar is open when we come home. I kind of feel
that you and Greg in a breakfast buffet sounds dangerous.
Well, the first one's there every morning.
First one's there, last to leave.
But it was a very good deal, too, so I give shout out. He says, we need to get a hotel with breakfast. And it was a great decision by Greg Degani.
Certainly was. So there we go, up and over on the rumbles.
So yesterday was hot, and today is supposed to be even hotter. That's even great.
And luckily, Matt's here, so he can work out the booth cam, because I can't work it out. Then everyone get to see you, Lefty. You won't just be, it's not on yet. There's no point waving it, it's not on, because I don't know what button to press.
I have to look presentable now.
Well, only vaguely.
I was wondering what that little camera was for. Now I see it. That camera looks like it's been through a war or two.
Well, basically what happened is we've replaced all our stuff, and that hasn't been used for a long time. We had some ideas of interesting things to do. So we just bought a couple extra cameras. Because little cameras, because obviously most of our cameras are massive, great broadcast ones.
Huh, that's a very small camcorder.
That's very old as well. That's been working since about, well, I say working, I've been on stream since about 2016.
I can see the wear and tear on it.
It's been through a number of days. Most of the small cameras have been hit several times by cars.
It looks like it might have just actually rolled down this high mountain to our right.
Yeah. That's what happens. So it's actually Tater Sontag, the German snack, who's leading this one with best 3 of 241. I haven't seen it. He's got 241.1. I think I've seen anything lower than 241.1.
But Tater's has some pace. He has some pace.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, they're slow.
He'll be all right.
And this one's finishing now, so that's cool. Thank you indeed to Ricardo. Number 7 we need to get is the white car at the back of that train going into the hoodie corner. Sorry about that, Keenan. Just trying to make sure we see everybody. And the 7 car is that of the leader, Karl Martinson from Estonia. Estonia in the house. Bit of Baltic state action.
Baltic state.
So yes, they're coming with Dakota.
Yeah, Dakota was widely considered just to be an electric racer, and he couldn't finish mains, but he's kind of made up for that this year. Do you have a runaway?
Where?
We have a runaway right there.
Was it ours?
No, he's
that's
dead.
our car. How come we're not on him?
No.
We're running.
Smart move. We put him on the camera, and then he has issues.
That's our best one yet, to be honest. We don't normally get him to run away. I mean, lose control just by being near us.
But yeah,
we'll be actually with them. We're now with the 6 Nitro buggy, because this year was the world.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very likely Coelho will run very little Nitro buggy next year, and then concentrate on electric buggy and everything else to try and retain his 4-wheel drive world championship.
Yep. The Prince of Portugal.
Again, this is your way. I don't, it's up to you. But I don't think Portugal's a monarchy anymore. It was a monarchy, obviously. But there's a military junta in the 70s. I think they kind of got rid of the monarchy at that point.
The Prince of RC in Portugal.
That's true. We changed cars.
We're following Nico Brigante
No, well done.
from Argentina.
Oh, don't cry for me.
He came second at
Needle.
I think we're going to see some drama, you know. Everybody was in good spirits yesterday.
What no one can see there is as soon as Lefty started thinking it was drama, he was rubbing his hands together like an evil genius. It's like, you know, oh, there's going to be a lot of trouble. Running his hand, oh, yes, I'm going to see the trouble. It's fantastic.
No, I can see it coming.
trouble.
I can see it coming.
Monese won his first with Garbo and his second with the Turbo Inferno. This is useful. Somebody else either has fantastic knowledge or the ability to get to Google faster than us. So thank you for Nigel W there for that one.
I should know this because I actually did a podcast and I'll write up about this like not long ago.
What I like here is that we've got a new driver from Mark Atkins, Burno. Burno is fast and will be top 5. Obviously, he's been auto-corrected. You should have said Bruno, but I like either Burno. Hey, Burno.
That's not a bad
Burno
name.
sounds like the wild card of some sort of gang. You know, you put together. Have we got time to find number 6?
Number 6.
Hendrik Lainemäe, who's the Estonian national champion.
Is car number 6? No, it's Sartell. Jerome.
Oh, okay. Perhaps the wrong heat then. Oh, for the 6 times champion, number 9. I misread that. See, we're all doing it now. So it's number 9 who's the 6 times champion. 4 from the first round.
He's going out to the Contramar corner right there, the blue car, Frank.
Good spot.
Runafelk finish. Fourth, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, let me have a quick chat with.
Yeah, no worries. Vice South champion, South American champ. You are correct, Nicholas. Are you the same Nicholas from Uruguay that Degani is hoping you have? Ryan Backwell, what was you doing in the UK, Lefty? I was working on the. Well, I've been to the UK 3 times now. First time I went there for firefighter training up in Teesside. Spent 3 months up there at the IFTC Training Academy. And then I was there again in 2014 for 6 months, and I was working on Tottenham Court Road Station down there. We was digging all the tunnels and stuff like that for the subway. So I spent 6 months there as well. And then recently I was just in the RCGP up there at Nima Raceway. All right, Nico. Yeah, Degani's been. He says you have the video, so he's been trying to find his 2000 World's winning video. He can't find any evidence. Well, he obviously has the evidence. He don't even have the World's Cup. He doesn't even have the World's trophy anymore.
Who's that?
Greg Degani.
Why that then?
He got rid of the car. And he
Is he not very romantic about the whole thing then?
Apparently Greg Degani's World Championship car became a Truggy, and that's when Truggy was born.
Oh, okay.
By the infamous one, no, the ridiculous one, Jay Smoker.
Jay Smoker.
Have you heard of Jay Smoker?
I've got the name. I don't know him.
Once you met him, you will never forget him.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
Well, it depends on your.
We can have your phone back now because we're both able to talk.
I got a timeout. Well, my wife just checking in, making sure everything's good.
Yeah. I need to text my wife to talk to her about our exciting morning. Lefty, will we be able to go to Brazil for the Worlds? They're asking.
I don't know. 2 years is a long way away.
Yeah, and will it be in Brazil? And if it is in Brazil, are IFMAR going to pay someone to cover it?
That's
because
true.
The thing you have to remember is that they don't pay any money. We're here, and we're happy, and we're fine, thanks to X-Ray, J Concepts, Hot Race. There is just no energy. It's a very different effect when you've just kind of just gone slowly going flat.
Okay, I'm not driving home. I've now got PTSD. I'm not driving anymore.
We've got to do the same thing tomorrow, you know.
What?
This? 11 hours.
Yeah, we haven't got to go via the police station, have we? Hopefully.
Oh, hopefully not.
Don't
We'll
tempt
probably
fate.
find out technically Karl Martinson Jr. from Estonia, Luis Godino from Mexico, Costa Cafidis from Greece, Pierre Leclerc from France. Damn, so close. Tackle boxes, apparently. It's so hot there that freeze. Oh, well, it stopped that. It's a bit weird, that. Never mind, things happen occasionally. Here we go. Let's go, says Horizon Hobby. Which is the Horizon Hobby, I don't know. Or a Horizon Hobby. Okay, number 5 has been our request. I don't know who we're with at the moment. Who are you with? We're all now looking for 5 as the sun begins to set. 7, 6. No, I thought they got 5. They got 7, 6, 0, 9, 4. Exciting, isn't it? You think 5 be in that? Okay, seems to be okay. I'm having a bit of a monitor to see what's going on.
7, 6, 5, 4.
Frank? Pink and white coming towards me. Let's see if I can get the number of that car. I can. It's number 4. Eyesight a go-go. So that is Lucas Westerland, who's actually on a lap that counts. He's got traffic in front of him.
Clean, please, car 4, car 5.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I've been asked, have I done any full-size racing? Yeah, that's what I've done. I've done quite a lot. I actually do as much full-size stuff, but it's not commentary. It's pit lane stuff, which is a bit different. It's reporting. Put it this way, if you know who Ted Kravitz is, I knew Ted Kravitz when he was just a runner. And I also knew Ted Kravitz when he was a very grumpy little man, because he was made to do British touring cars. He hated that. He hated doing British touring cars. He'd only been doing F1 for a couple of years, and he felt it was completely beneath him.
Stranded car.
Oh, broke. That's also not live, though. That's 4 seconds ago.
That's not right. Sorry, useful, is it?
I swear I've heard you on British touring cars. You would have done, but only between 2004 and 2010.
Classic.
ITV,
Vintage.
ITV going another way. Classic. Yeah. So my full-size stuff I do now is all sports cars, endurance races, Le Mans, American Le Mans series, and that sort of stuff. I've got a request, YMCA by the Village People. I think Mark Houghton, if you've been here long enough, we've already stated. Now, someone's asked us for 7 as well, which is Karl Martinson from Estonia. There's 3 Estonians here. Quite a big Estonian team.
Number 502 to the green.
I'm not quite sure what Tom Franco's saying. Well, I'll show it, but I don't know. I may get a translation. People, don't know. Makes no sense to me. The car 7 is an area we need to be observing. Oh, there he is, coming underneath any second now, the white car. That's car 7. From Estonia, it's a good team from Estonia. There's 3 Estonians who turned up. Well, I don't think turned up to the Euros. There's quite a few, actually, there's several Europeans who didn't turn up to the Euros. So I see they decided we're going to have one big trip of the year, we're going to come to the World. In fairness, can't really argue with that. That's what I think a lot of people would do. A hit check there to get past that back marker.
1 minute to drive.
So this actually will be, in a minute, will be ending round number 4. And then we'll start round number 5 with heat 11. So we go straight into the meat of round number 5. Because there are 5 races, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Hopefully Matt knows that. He's gone off to have a conversation.
Seconds to drive.
Go Faris, says Hamzin Hanib. When I do my pit walk, I'm doing my pit walk after the fast guys have gone out in third qualifying, which is about 5 hours away actually. Let me have a look. So local time, somewhere around 5:30 local time, which is 5 and a bit hours away. So about 5:30 local time is when the pit walk will be, perhaps a bit earlier than that. And we'll have a chat to all the people after qualifying, see how they feel a day on, when they know what's going on and what's ahead of them over the next few days. So the other thing we're going to do is we'll be stopping the Facebook stream and starting a new one for round 2 in the gap now. So if you're on Facebook, you can hop across to YouTube, or you can stay on Facebook and wait for the new stream to start, which will be starting any second now. But let's have a little bit of a word from our sponsors to celebrate the end of Heat.
Let's try and find car number 4, Frank. Real quick, we had a request for that. From Estonia, there he is going on. He's just the blue car going up to the hoodie corner now. The blue and white car from Estonia. We will follow car number 1 because they asked again.
We also have Yuchi Kanai in this one, too.
I know. Yuchi Kanai is an honorary Mexican now.
Really?
Yeah, because he got to sit off and drink tequila with the Mexican guys. And
everyone got it.
With him. I know. Them guys won opening ceremonies.
They always do, man. In 2016, there's a lot more of them because it was in America, so there's a lot more of the Mexicans there. And they are the best people you will ever meet. I love every single one of them. Actually, one was just in the last race, Ricardo Fausch. He's
I know
awesome.
Ricardo. And you've been down to Mexico to
race
race
I race
there
out there down there at their national series sometimes. Get to race with Iram and Tito. They're all good people, and it's awesome.
Yeah, hey, that's the one beautiful thing about RC. Okay, quick question from Crunchy. He wants to know if there was any problems with the heat yesterday with the engine. I mean, Crunchy, to be honest, it's about just as hot as it was yesterday, to be honest, today. I didn't see too many flame. I saw one flame out yesterday when I was paying attention. It was Mayfield when he came out of the pits. But I think the Ultimate engines have been pretty good this week.
Yeah, I haven't had any, knock on wood, I haven't had any issues with my engines yet. The Mayfield thing, I was talking to him. He came over to our Airbnb to have some dinner last night. He just said it was like he made a mistake coming out of the pits, and it was after it got fuel, it was so rich that he just didn't have time to lean it out, and he wrecked out of pit lane or something like that.
Yeah, I was watching that. It was shocked. It's a little bit weird seeing Mayfield on the line. You know, we've seen the last 2 years. Yeah, the 2 years he's been the most dominant driver in RC. The only other person to really come up and beat him has been Fenn.
Yeah.
But, it's not that I'm saying he's not fast. If anybody can rise from this and win this, it is Mayfield.
For sure.
Because he's just got the experience and the talent to do it. But it is kind of weird after seeing him so many. But then again, he hasn't been, even in America, he hasn't been going out there and TQing and all that stuff. He's kind of sitting mid-pack and just is able to get good starts and walk away with it.
Yeah, he's just almost not human. He just goes through the race, doesn't wreck, drives super smooth while being fast, and he's got control over his car 24/7. I think back home he is he is probably the best driver in the world. I think it goes up for grabs with Ongaro, Fend, and Ronafalk, I'd say.
You can't not enter Canas in that
Canas
picture.
now, yeah, he's coming up to. I mean, any European could be any American. I mean, Tebow's still got it in him. He's going out there throwing top 10 runs. Cole's coming up the ladder even more. He's always been there, but I think this year, with Mason Fuller and them two, it's going to be a good battle.
Mason Fuller. Nobody believed me last year when I said Mason Fuller would be.
No, Mason is one. He's a good buddy of mine. I hang out with him a lot. He is.
Been basically answering my questions. William Montero, pretty sure DP had a high 49 lap. No, I think the 50.1 is the best we've seen. Lance, but everyone will follow the guy. Good day for Radio Horizon, Hobbit. And Brian, is this Keenan K. White on the mic?
Yes, it is. What's up, Alan?
No one could see that. The way you kind of woke up like a sleepy dormouse. Went,
Watch car number 9. Thank you. We'll get on them right now. Car number 9. That's 8. I'll find him. There we go. He's coming on to come down to the hay bale corner now, Ricardo, the all-yellow car. And we will get back to... I'll get to car 4. We'll show a little bit of Adrian. Just as we put the camera on him, he gets the curse of the commentator and crashes. Curse of the camera. Yes, Adrian, he is testing for Runafolk and trying to beat Greg Degani. There's a bet going on now with Greg and Adrian, I believe. Well, in Greg's mind, anyway. I'll get the full breakdown on the drive home today as Greg analyzes his whole race in the 20-minute drive home. Then, in the 30 to 40 minutes that we are eating food, then at the hour or two that he stays up while I'm editing, all I hear about is his race every day. Good. What's up? Shout out to my boy Tony Pattershaw. How's Josie? Hope you guys are doing well down there in Florida. Probably about as hot as it is in Florida. It's hot here. Crunchy Nick, Friday is lower finals up to the 1/16.
7, 1, 12, 8, 9, 2, 3, 5, 6, 11, 10.
It's probably reached the hottest index it had. It's really hot now, but it seems to be when the track is at its fastest. So I'm very excited to see Lefty and Nick. What have the best thing you've eaten, TQ Chef, eaten in Spain so far? To be honest, I've just had breakfast. I haven't been able to go get a traditional Spanish meal. I'll have a day off Sunday before I head back home. So hopefully I get out and be able to try some Spanish cuisine. But the breakfast has been really good so far. I don't really know what heat Little Bump is in. And I have to check the schedule.
Have you answered TQ Chef's question yet?
I haven't ate any Spanish food yet.
We've had so much problem finding food because we're staying in a Spanish town. They wouldn't know a tourist if it came and hit them in the face with a brick. So it's fabulous. It's their country. You knock yourself out, but it is so not set up for us. So I'll tell you how Spanish it is.
1 second, Ricardo. Can you pick up car number 4? It's going up to the Hootie corner.
It's literally going too fast to read. Anyway, Nick's back. Nick, I'm trying to catch up with all these comments. It's going crazy. Yes. Anyway, if you want to get involved, then you should be watching on YouTube, RC Racing TV's YouTube page, just Control Sport, RC Racing TV. Go and find us on YouTube and get commenting. Get involved. We want to hear from you. You can also watch on Facebook. But we're monitoring the YouTube for the comments. And some of you have been kind enough to make donations in different denominations, which has been we've been a little voyage around the world, getting cash from different countries. We're not after big donations. It was just fun.
I want one of everything. We're in 11 countries now. 11
countries have donated.
11 currencies.
11 currencies.
I'm trying to remember them again. So we've got pounds, euros, dollars. Zlotys. Then we have Norwegian kroner, Swedish kroner, and Danish kroner. We had Israeli shekels.
Yep.
We had New Zealand dollars, Australian dollars, and I've forgotten one again.
Yeah. No, you said the shekels. I can't quite recall, but we had fantastic. So if you have currency in one that isn't one of those, I believe we're not at this time accepting cryptocurrencies, but
it's worth nothing. Number 5, someone's looking for.
That's fine. Car number 5.
All right, it's our Belgian friend. But we don't want a large amount. We just want an amount. So whatever the smallest amount you're allowed to donate from your currency on YouTube, like it's 1 or 10 or whatever it is, that'd be fantastic.
Whew. That was a bit of fun.
It was. Were you surprised by the result, the shock result?
The
circuit. How is Fylong doing, Little Bump? Well, it's a question and a half, isn't it? I don't know is the answer to that one. Okay, Altegra 10 SPD. You say, I disagree. RC racing has been in decline for years. Here at Mid-Atlanta, is that Mid-Atlanta? Here in Mid-Ant. I don't know I'm sorry, not what Mid-Ant is. It's very bad. 15 years ago, 3 to 5/8 tracks on road now, 2 mobile tracks and 1/10 off-road.
No, see, you can't go by the number of tracks because tracks kill themselves. And on-road's dying in America anyway. That's why they don't have any on-road racers going to the Worlds next year. But off-road, definitely. Look at the number of people that go to the DNC, the PNB, and all these type of races. Regionally in the South Carolinas, in the Carolinas, and through Georgia, you can find any race with 100 plus, 150 plus people at any weekend race throughout the Carolinas, Florida, and New York. Let's not even talk about the Midwest. Yes, it needs to grow, but it's definitely not dying. Definitely needs to grow. Not
But
falling off.
is the growth, though, in electric rather than nitro?
No, it's nitro. What's helping nitro is e-buggy and
So I meant
e-truggy.
e-buggy, yeah.
Yeah, so that's been big and growing there. Trust me, this is what I do for a living.
No, I'm not
No, I'm
going to
talking to the people in the chat. This is what I do for a living. I focus on pretty much every single race scene throughout the world almost.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but I'm more vested in America because I'm closer.
Yep. Got a request for car number 12, where, if I remember rightly, it's the bright red car. Okay, sorry, gotcha. Sorry, no. So we have a whole day of lower finals from the 2048th to the 16th tomorrow, and that is a whole day. I think it's gone from 9 till 6, I think it is. And then we have the 8th final on Saturday. It's the 8th final, the quarter-final, the semi-final, the shortened fun junior final, the main final at 4:05 local time. They'll go off late because they always do. See if I can find card 12. You can answer the question remonstrating with people while I look. Or you can continue texting your wife. It's really up to you.
No, I'm sorry. Here we go. Who are we looking for?
I've got him. That's right. You continue chatting. Okay, Ricardo, coming into the hay bale corner now. Here they come. Now let's see what we can get from Ricardo. He only got 3 last time due to missing the start entirely. Oh, I see. Look, he's focusing on one. Oh, he's taking a different concept. He's going to focus on one guy, who is the guy in second place. So that is Lucas Larsson. He's making it all about Lucas this time. But it's all about how you start. That looks like the countdown yet. So it's static, this part. This part's going to lose him a point at least.
5, 4, release the card.
Yeah, pretty. It's okay. I'll give you 6.5 for that one. Played very safe. So, okay, they're cleanly through. A little bit of a kerfuffle in the background, but everyone's kept 4 wheels down and moving forward. So that's a massive change from normal. We've had problems going around that hot race hairpin every single time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A couple of cars got straggly. I think it was the 10 and the 11 actually. Costa Agrofotis and Romani, who may have been there. It's not Romani's colours. So a bit of problem there with one of the cars going off the track. That was the 7 of Joaquin Moreno. But on the whole, that was a clean one. Clean start. Let's see how they've shuffled out as they come round to complete the first lap. And leading appears to be the 4 car. So that's a lead for Ivan Gil Gonzalez. Followed round by Paco Flores, Karl Martinson and Ivo Buljan. 2 juniors in the top 4. And the top 3 right together early on. And up the second and third changes round as the 5 dives up the inside. That's Karl Martinson. Oh, and then he just rolls out. I think, is that the 5 or a different one? Yeah, the 5 got through, then rolled out. So it's up. Oh, and now the third Spaniards at the front here in Spain at Redovan. Flores at the inside, but no. Coming down through the Conchimar corner. Oh, that's the lead. No, it's lost again. Wow, he only got back again. That lead's changed 3 times in about 6 metres then. But up comes the young Estonian, Karl Martinson, to join them in the white and orange car. And they go around the bottom of the track over the J-Concept jump. Fire up the main straight. In and out of the shadow. And a lot of drive problems here.
6, 2, 7, 11, 1, 9, 12, 8, 10,
Okay. Oh, and that's bad news for Martinson. So Martinson, he's now in fourth. That roll dropped him behind Ivo Buljan. And the 7 car's kind of involved in all this scrappage as well. So Gonzalez leads. Buljan's second now. Flores third. Martinson fourth. And a big gap to Larson. Astorino going for a quadruple bump up is up to 6th. So the possibility, his car, I hope he must have fixed his car probably at the end. And they swap round. So your leader is now the 6th car, the red car of Ivo Buljan. We've got 1, 2 and 3 in the picture. Second and third obviously is more interesting. It's a battle. It's Gonzalez and Flores. So the Croatian's gone past the 2 Spaniards to lead. Astorino up to 5th now, going for a quadruple bump, which I can't remember having one of those for a while. Long way to go. He hasn't really got any pace advantage now. He has in the previous one. He's just got to kind of keep his head down and keep going. And he's having a little bit of problem with the car behind him. Off has gone, right, bouncing out has gone Martinson. Astorino. Oh, Martinson making another mistake down at that corner. And the 1. So you've got Hendrik Lainemäe in 1, Romani in 11, and so looking at Costas. Costas is actually dead last at the moment, Agaphotis. So, Ivan Gil Gonzalez will be leading. This is the battle you can see around the top corner. So the 4 leads, then the 3, then Lucas Larsson and the 2, who's come through from nowhere. Then the 6, and there's an argument now, of course, between the 11 and the 1. And the 11 and the 1 is Hendrik Lainemäe of Estonia, and the 11 is Gabriel Romani. That is, though, both of them are not currently bumping up. They're in 5th and 6th. Now, there seems to be a little bit of a fade from Karl Martinson, the Estonian, he's now down to about 7th. I expect him to come back, to be honest, because he had some speed. Astorino has managed to shake off the attention, so let's stay with Astorino for a bit, see if he can pull forward from 5th to 4th. No, one forward. The orange car, that's it. So Astorino looking for a quadruple bump, but in fairness to him, I think Lainemäe's got a bit more pace. Both come in for fuel.
Position for 7 minutes. 4, 3, 2, 6, 11, 1, 9, 5, 12, 7, 8, 10.
Okay. So, 7.5. Oh, Astorino's overshot that one, and that's let the 1 car of Hendrik Lainemäe through. So let's move forward with the blue car, because I think that when they run through the pit stop cycle, he might be in 5th or 4th and might be bumping up. He's a little bit closer actually to Christoph Alfons has pinged himself back into 3rd. Lucas Larsson's in 4th. Ivo Buljan's in 5th. I think Alfons hasn't stopped, that's the only thing. So I can see the 7 car there is completely out of it. And the 3, at 2nd place Flores. Then Larsson. So I think these 2 are 4th and 5th. I think that's that confirmed as I come down here. So the red machine is the 6, and that is Ivo Buljan. I'm not sure, but I think he's now in 4th. It's all very confused. Oh, and it's all very oh. That was a really bad bit of luck there for that car. And now a crash on the side there for the 1. And I think that's may well have put Astorino way up. Yeah, 3rd place, because everyone fell off. Now, interesting, got Alfolter. Oh, Astorino's blown it big time on that corner. He suddenly got a bit of luck, and look at that. He's dropped back those 4 places he'd made. So Astorino, very briefly, was in position. Now, it's interesting because Alfolter now is looking to go for the triple bump up. So we've got 2 of them now going for impressive bump upping. Alfolter has managed to get through from a slow start. Paco Flores now leads by not very much, but it's hard to tell because they're just going through that pit stop cycle. It's slightly more staggered than some of the other pit stop cycles. So theoretically it's 3 from 2. But it's not, and then the rest of the order's wrong because there's been a big change since they went over the line. This is and that's one of the leaders rolling out. Another one of the leaders rolling out. So they're all conspiring not to do brilliantly. The pressure's telling here, absolutely. The World Championship pressure really telling on these drivers, with the exception of Paco Flores. So, with Alfolter, now I'm not sure whether he's going to move up a position here. Yep. So Martinson now is head of Alfolter. He must have had a fuel stop or a problem. Fuel stop for Alfolter. Or he's stopped again. So drive through. Don't know. He's not looking good. Looks like the quadruple bump might not be on. Gabriel Romani takes fuel. Alfolter took it last lap. Has a really comfortable lead over the Italian. So it looks like triple bump for the Swiss is more likely than the quadruple bump for the Italian. And right behind them, it's the young Karl Martinson of Estonia. And that's the young Karl Martinson of Estonia throwing himself off the track. And he wants to do a quadruple bump, but don't count out Karl Martinson, because I think that young Estonian has actually got the fastest actual ground speed, though he keeps making mistakes. So if he can stop the mistakes, he's going to catch up. And it's very noticeable that Romani, much as he did in the last one, is beginning to slow down. Look, Romani, I'm not sure whether it's him or the car, having issues, and Alfolter all over him. This isn't looking good for the Italian. It is looking good for the Swiss. Romani's car got, and that makes it a bit easier. So Alfolter, okay, and there we go. Look, there goes Martinson as well. Move forward one, please, to Martinson. So I think the quadruple bump could be off because the car seems to be going slightly. But he has driven all day. So drop back to the 5 car, the white car behind the green car. Can Martinson keep it on the island for 2 laps and get past Alfolter as Romani throws everything, including the kitchen sink at that corner, and it's all just fading away. The Italian quadruple bumps, incredibly difficult to do. Alfolter's about to do another triple between the 2 of them, unless Martinson can climb back that gap. You can see him there, the gap is between the 2 of them, and he's got a lap to do it, and this third of a lap and another lap. Flores, Lainemäe, Larson looked pretty safe, barring a last lap flame out. And it's all about, he's had so many problems on that corner. That corner has absolutely done for the junior Karl Martinson from Estonia. He's now going to need an error from Alfolter. Alfolter will be an error. In fact, just ahead of them, the number 2 of Lucas Larson has fallen over. It doesn't really matter very much. Romani's had a crash. That's him out. Move forward one to the green car, because that green car now needs to make an error if we're going to see a change on the last lap. Martinson is closing. He's closing fast, but he's going to take at least a minor error from Alfolter. But just ahead of them is the 3rd place car of Lucas Larson. So either makes a mistake, it could let Alfolter in. Romani's faded. And that little juggle there probably has just put a chance for Alfotter and then Martinson right behind it. Can Martinson take Alfotter in the last corner? They're right together. And the Estonian goes inside. The Estonian's taken him. The Estonian takes him. It's a bit of a bump and run. Can Alfotter come back the last two corners? It's going to be Martinson, the junior. He's going to just get him Alfotter and deny the triple bump. And he goes into the rest of the afternoon. We got our big finish. Flores, Lainemäe, Larsen, Martinson get through. No triple bump for Alfotter. No quadruple front for Martinelli, for Romani. And Karl Martinson did what he needed to do, which was beat the car on the island for a few laps and show the basic ground speed pace he had. Go Tom Sumner, go Kanai, go Adam. There's a lot of going in this one. Come on, Ruben. Marsh took an early lunch. Yeah, someone's doing that. Right. So we've started with a Panda. It's quite a quick. I just think these Pandas are too quick down, Frank. But I suppose you have to get down there. There you are, they're all over. Oh. No. Well, I would like to have had. I prefer a little bit of stop on the lead. I'll give you actually. That actually flowed quite well. So I'm going to give you another. I'm going to give you a 7.5 on that one. I'd like you to get to the leader and then have a little bit of a slow and then a go again. So you kind of get the impression, oh, that's the leader upside down and sliding into oblivion. A couple of cars had to avoid him in sympathy. Tom, oh, that one's gone, facing the wrong way. Biggest problem making mistakes in the first lap is not always the time you lose, it's the positions you lose, the amount of traffic you have to get past because you've done it. Oh, this is a very, very scrappy early lap for the 1, 2, 5, 6. Everyone's a bit panicky and wanting to get going. I'm guessing it's Adam Thickery in the lead for no other reason than I think it's the number 2. Is it? Am I right? No, it's the number 3 of Rihard Lainemäe from Estonia who leads. Tom Summer is second. Obviously, Thickery did the big spin, obviously. Summer's second. Shakespeare's third. This is Lee Ryan. It's not Lee Ryan out of blue. It's Ryan Lee, the Korean racer. And it's Eduardo Rossi, Spanbrooker, who we know now and must be forever known as Frank's best mate. Thickery in 7th, Yuji Kanai in 8th, Carrasco in 9th.
Marco Flores from Spain, Hendrik Lainemäe from Estonia, Lucas Larsson from Estonia, from Sweden, and Karl Martinson from the junior from 12. From Estonia as well, and starting in your 12th position. So, for those tuning in, we are 6 hours ahead of East Coast time. Sure did. We made our trip there on our way over from North Carolina to California to hang out with Jimmy DePrez. And like I said, we have Alejandro Dares from Spain starting first, Vinny Ruger from Norway in second, Adrian Bertin, who was a late entry to this, decided to race halfway through practice. Well, I didn't even think he got any practice, to be honest. More to test for the Viking. As we see the crowd standing there, we have the drivers lined up. We have the Paco Flores pitman. There's a beautiful, colorful shirt. I really like that. We see the gentleman I call the Viking. Let's get up the front here. Pan out a little bit. Pan out. Here we go. We see Pierre pitting Adrian. And then we're off. Looks like car number 1 of Alejandro Dares pulling off. Vinny Ruger driving the Agama behind him. And the 2-time world champion, Adrian Bertin, 2-time on-road champion. Adrian Bertin in 3rd. Looking to bump up and gain as much knowledge as he can about this track for his protege, David the Viking Runnefalk. We had a good start as we followed the top 3. Good job, Ricardo. We got a nice little battle going on here for 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. With 6th, 7th, 8th right behind them. So a nice start. We got a train of cars out there. Oh, and we see car number 1 make a mistake. Oh, no, and that hands the lead to Vinny Ruger from Norway. Car number 2 with Adrian Bertin right behind him according to scoring. Let's see how it looks when it comes up. But Vinny Ruger pulls out a little lead. And looks like Adrian lost the lead too. And we have car number 4 of Alex Lim in 2nd. And then we have the car number 10. Let's pan out a little bit, catch car number. The right car behind him is for position. That is Hendrik Lainemäe from Estonia in third. Now these guys just want to kind of keep it smooth. You know, right now they got 3 minutes and 28 seconds. They're in a bump position. Their nearest competition is number 5, and he's a good 4 seconds behind him, 3 seconds behind him. He's in a comfortable position as well. So they just want to keep it on all fours and come over the finish line and get that bump to the next main. That is your reward in the IFMAR ladder style, 4 drivers bump to each main. Then when we get to the semis, they take the top 5 from each semi, followed by the 2 fastest lap times. It doesn't matter if those come out of both semifinals. And then what we have, what I think is probably the most exciting 10 minutes of racing in RC, which is the LCQ. And one driver from that will go out and join and make it 13 people for our A final tomorrow, scheduled to go off around-ish 4 in the afternoon, time, local time here. As we're on track with the we're now following the Estonian driver, car number 0, who's in a comfortable position in third. It looks like he got by Alex Lim. Alex needs to not make these mistakes and just stay comfortable, and he will get the bump. Can't afford to make mistakes. The young man from Paraguay, very nice young man with his family here. So. We're on board with the racer from Estonia. We have Alejandro Darius out to a comfortable lead. He's got a just over 10-second lead over Hendrik Lainemäe, Alex Lim, Johannes Nikolai Lambert from Denmark. And the next person behind him is Adrian Bertine, who's in 5th place. But 5th place gets no love because you won't bump up. But I think Adrian will want to bump up so he can get as much track time and information for his protege. Well, I shouldn't even call him a protege now because the Viking has... Oh, and that is a mistake. Who is that? Who is that? Car number... I almost got it. Car number 8. He's lap traffic. So he's sorry, not lap traffic, but he's a lap down. So we'll stay on car number 10 right there. Hendrik Lainemäe, and we hear Stetson telling the driver to stop racing them so hard because those drivers are in a bump position. And we see the car number 5 of Johannes Lamberts catching up to Alex Lim. Yes, and he's been asked to let him by. Let's hold up. Wait for this orange car. Here we go. There we go. Orange and yellow car. And there you go. There's our results.
Actually getting ready to roll with this. Oh, that's not what I want. That is. The one... Yes, 164B5. I don't know, I couldn't get my brain around that one. I do get points in the day at the moment where I'm slightly brain overheated. And I noticed that in an attempt to get a higher score, he's gone straight to the back here, Ricardo. He's giving us some...
is this the competition?
I'm just to make him and Frank sick. Oh, he's going to be in trouble now. He's going to have to whip pan. Only a 5, I'm afraid, Ricardo. That whip pan in the middle, no. And they're off, and it's a clean start. 1 from 2, from 3, from 4, from 7, from 8, from 5, from 9. No one. Car 6, I'm afraid, if you're a fan of Juan Miguel Martinez, he's the only person who's really made a poor start out of the position of his number. Oh, terrible marshalling there. Terrible marshalling. The marshal has literally lobbed a car into another car. And that car, which I believe, I'm worried, it looks pink.
Car number 4.
I think it might be the Sartell car. It is Sartell's car, has been flamed, and it was entirely flamed by some poor marshal. The marshal picked it up, lobbed it into traffic, and it's hit another car. He's running quite strangely, Carl. I think he's embarrassed. Yeah, number 2. I mean, it's not deliberate, obviously. It's a mistake. But Jerome Sartell, he's back out and running now. Of being really no chance, a lap down. So the leader is Jordan Lott from France, then Danny Battle from Spain, Carlos Suarez from Portugal, and Alejandro Duras from Spain. So it's